Welcome to the magic of thinking big. If you want to become a CEO, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become an employable engineer, if you want to become a celebrity, if you want to become an award winner, if you want to become something, my dear friends, remember one formula: the magic of thinking big. Let me start this session with a small story of Dhirubhai Ambani. You know, Dhirubhai Ambani, before starting Reliance Industries, was the owner of Vimal Suitings. In the year 1965, he was a very ordinary poor person. Dhirubhai Ambani says in the book Dhirubhaiism that he used to save rupees 10 every day by skipping a meal. During that period, it was around 10 rupees he had to spend to have a meal. Dhirubhai Ambani used to save every day rupees 10 by skipping either breakfast, dinner or lunch. At the end of the month, when he used to have 300 rupees with him, he used to hire a coat and hire a taxi, and he used to go to the Taj. My dear friends, he says in an interview that he used to go to a Taj just to have a cup of coffee. I repeat, Dhirubhai Ambani used to struggle by skipping a meal every day for 30 days, and the end result, he used to go to Taj just to have a cup of coffee, which you could have at a normal place at just 5 rupees. But when an interviewer asked him, he says, I didn't go there to have a cup of coffee. I went there to see how rich people look. I went there to see how rich people eat. I went there to see how rich people walk. And most importantly, I went there not to have a coffee, but I went there to see how rich people think. He says, I agree that I am not a rich today, but I can act, I can walk, I can think, I can do everything and anything except spending money like a rich person. Dhirubhai Ambani dreamt big, and because of which today Dhirubhai Ambani's sons are one of the richest persons in the world. Dhirubhai Ambani in 1980 went to apply for a loan at IDBI Bank. My dear friends, Dhirubhai Ambani in the year 1980 went to a bank to apply loan for an IDBI bank. You know, his loan was rejected. You know what today? Anil Ambani is planning to buy IDBI Bank. My dear friends, this is the power of the magic of thinking big. Why is that we are satisfied with very small things? You get a job in TCS, it would take at least for you to at least 3,000 years to construct a house very similar to Anil Ambani's house. You know, Anil Ambani's house is of 27 floors. When he opens the window of his bedroom, you can see Arabian Sea. He has invested approximately 800 crores. A TCS employee, a Wipro employee, an Infosys employee would get 3 lakhs a month, a year, which would make approximately 30 lakhs for 10 days, 10 years, I repeat, sorry. And approximately it would take 100 years for him to become a crorepati. Just imagine, my dear friends, this is the power of magic of thinking big. A similar story takes place in US. You would have heard about Hilton chain of hotels. Today, Hilton chain of hotels is one of the largest chain of hotels and one of the best hotels, I would say, in the world, better than even Taj. Hilton was from a very poor family. He used to borrow money from his friends, dress from his friends, to have again a cup of coffee in a 5-star hotel. Again, he also says in an interview that I didn't go to have a cup of coffee, my dear friends. I just went to see how rich people behave. because tomorrow I am also going to become a rich man. So one thing, my dear friends, which coincides with everybody, that there is really a magic if you really think big. Why is that we are satisfied with what we get? Why is that not we aim to the best? If I want to become an entrepreneur, why don't I think to become an entrepreneur like Bill Gates? If I want to become an engineer, why don't I dream to become an engineer in Microsoft? Why is that we restrict ourselves to a small? Why, my dear friends, just have a small thought on it. Why is that we are satisfied with small dreams? Why is that we don't think of becoming the richest person in the world? Why is that engineers don't think like becoming like Sabir Bhatia, who found out Hotmail? Why, my dear friends? Why is that we don't dream big? So that is the reason why I chose this module into this personality development DVD. There is a magic. There is a magic in dreaming big. Whatever you want to become, my dear friends, let it be anything, anything. A scientist, a husband, a student, become the best, dream the best. When you say, I want to become the best student, you should not aim at your class, but aim at Harvard University, aim at IIT, aim at IIM. This should be your thinking. When you dream big, please, my dear friend, dream big. Dreaming will not cost you anything. Please dream big. Do not be satisfied. It is not being greedy, my dear friends. It is the only mantra which can take you to the success ladder. Remember, there is again a magic of thinking big. You may wonder, why am I repeating this word again and again? But there is something which is there which can change your life, my dear friends. There is something which can change your life, because this is a magic which you can get after dreaming. You know, my dear friends, Shah Rukh Khan used to work in a circus with say 25-30 rupees a day in the show. But where is he today? If you see any successful person in this world, he would be from a very low background. Why is that he becomes such a big person? Because of this factor, my dear friends, the magic of thinking big. I request you to think big, dream big. If your dream can be anything, you can become an entrepreneur, a technopreneur, an engineer, a scientist, a doctor, a chartered accountant, anybody. But remember one thing, in whichever field you are, dream big. I repeat, dream big. This will change your life, my dear friends. I am damn sure that dreaming big or thinking very big beyond your level will make you extraordinary. You know what is the difference between an ordinary and an extraordinary person? It is the word extra. What is the difference between an ordinary and extraordinary, my dear friends? It is just the word extra. This extra effort can be got only when you dream big. You need not be like another person just to study an engineering course or any other course, get a job, get married, have a family, die. This is not the purpose of your life. This is not the purpose why you are here in this world. You are here for a different purpose, and I want you to think now of what purpose are you here for. I want you to take a small thought. What is the reason why are you living? What is the purpose for what you're going? Remember, my dear friends, this magic of thinking you, this magic of thinking big will take you to such a big ladder that nobody would have ever imagined that this fellow is become such a big, such a great personality. Gandhi ji dreamt big that he will get us independence. Everybody who has become so successful and is being remembered today is because of just one factor. The factor is that they have thought big, and that is the magic which is still remaining in them and remaining in the heart of each and every individual. Obama, the hottest example for the magic of thinking big. He thought that he would become the most powerful person in the world, and he did become. So, my dear friends, as simple as that, if you really want to become a very successful person in your life, irrespective of which field you choose, remember one thing, that you need to think big. If you want to become a lecturer, dream to become a lecturer of Harvard University, London Business School, Oxford University, or at least IITs or IIMs. This is the power which will take you to the success ladder. Your field can be anything, my dear friends. Your field can be anything. But remember, there is a magic. There is a magic if you think, dream high. There is a magic if you think big. Remember, there is a magic, my dear friends. Please take a thought. Please take a thought on dreaming big. Just take a trial. Remember, you will become exceptionally, extraordinary person that nobody would have ever imagined in your life. So I request you once again, my dear friends, take this seriously, that remember, there is a magic in thinking big. Thank you.